Good.
And the name of the book is the 5-minute stories, the Sleepytime Collection. It makes children go to sleep.
Okay.
Story 4. Percy's New Friends. It was a very busy day on Sodor. All the engines were huffing and puffing as they worked, all except for Percy. Percy wasn't busy. He wanted to play, but all the other engines were too busy to play with Percy. Percy puffed sadly to Brenham docks. At the docks, a noisy bird was walking loudly as it sat on Cranky's arm. "Hello, Percy," said Cranky. "This is my friend Seagull." And an idea flew into Percy's mind. I could make friends with animals too, Percy thought, and he clattered away to make some new friends. The noise scared Seagull. Away he flew. "Not so loud, Percy," Cranky warned, but Percy didn't hear. Percy popped into the woods. There he saw a rabbit with a whoosh and a whoosh and a hoot and a toot. Percy rushed to make friends, but the rabbit was frightened. It turned its tail and raced away into the bushes. Farther down the track, Percy saw some squirrels with a whoosh and a whoosh and a hoot and a toot. Percy rushed to make friends, but the startled squirrels scooched away up a tree with their bushy tails waving. Percy trudged on through the woods until he saw a bird. Again, he rushed to make some friends, but the birds walked loudly and flew off. Percy was puzzled. Why didn't any of the animals want to be his friend?
Okay.
Suddenly, Percy heard the roar of an engine and loud leap of horn and whistle. "But my buffers," cried Percy. He was frightened through and through. It was Gordon, Pony Express. Percy shook from funnel to footplate as Gordon thundered past. Thomas happened nearby and saw what had happened. "Are you okay?" asked Percy. "I was scared," Percy said. "Gordon is big and I'm only a little engine." Then suddenly an idea bubbled up into Percy's boiler. Percy set off back through the woods. This time he puffed slowly and carefully. Soon he saw the little bird. "Hello," Percy said quietly. "Cheep, cheep," the bird replied, and he flew onto Percy's back. Percy puffed on carefully and calmly. Next, he saw the squirrel. "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel," he said softly. "I didn't mean to scare you before." The squirrels leaped onto Percy's buffer too. Finally, Percy saw the rabbit again. "I'm sorry for being too loud before," he said to the bunny. The rabbit twitched its nose and hopped up next to the squirrels. Percy puffed proudly on with all of his new friends. He was the happiest engine on Sodor.
That's awesome. Do you want to read one more story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ethan's favorite. Story 5. Don't bother Victor.
That's your favorite one? Okay. Well, put it in the middle and let's start that one. So the next story is what again?
Don't bother Victor.
Awesome.
One day, up in the hills of the island of Sodor, Thomas saw Peter, Sam, and Mr. Prevost. Percival. "I'm off to meet Sir Topham Hatt today," said Mr. Percival. "So I'm putting you in charge for the day." Peter Sam gasped. "Me, sir?" he said. "I'll take good care of the things, you can be sure of that." Mr. Percival told Peter Sam that Victor will be coming by later that day. Victor was in charge of repairs at the steamworks, and he was a very important engine. Don't go bothering him before with the little things, said Mr. Percy. Good luck, Peter Sam, Thomas said as he started to jog away. Being in charge is fun. You get to make all the decisions. Thomas took Mr. Privicool to meet Sir
Percival.
Thomas.
Is that what do you spell that again?
Percival to meet Sir Top and Hat. Peter Sam was now in charge. Just then, Rennis chugged along. Sir Handel is creaking and groaning at Daisy Holt. He said to Peter Sam he must fetch Victor to meet him. Peter Sam looked serious. No, Rennis, he said freely. We must not bother Victor with little things. I'll fix Sir Handel myself. When Peter Sam arrived at Daisy Hall, Sir Handel was indeed creaking and groaning. Please fetch Victor, he said to Peter Sam. I'm sure I can fix you, said Peter Sam. I think you just need some more oil. So Sir Handel's driver added more oil, but Sir Handel creaked more than ever. Just then, Linus came along. Now Scaly's funnel was broken, he reported. Peter Sam, you must fetch Victor. You must not bother Victor, Peter Sam replied. I will check over to Scaly and fix him myself, and off he popped, leaving Sir Handel behind. Scaly was reaching back with worry. My funnel is blocked, he said. Please fetch Victor. Don't worry, Scaly. I'm sure I can fix you, said Peter Sam. He thought hard. We need to put some water down in the funnel. So Scaly driver put water down his funnel, but that only made things worse. All of the water has put my firebox out, Scaly cried. Peter Sam was upset. He realized that he hadn't done a very good job of being in charge. He puffed along Sally until he came to a stop himself. Oh no, he groaned. Now I've run out of coal. Luckily, Rennis came by and found Peter Sam. I've run out of coal, Peter Sam told him. Please fetch Victor. Rennis chuckled, but he said we shouldn't bother Victor. And Peter Sam remembered what Thomas had told him. When you were in charge, you get to make all the decisions. Peter Sam out loud. Rennis, I've decided we can bother Victor.
Okay.
Victor Ming was to fix all the broken engine. Why didn't you come and get me earlier, he asked. Mr. Previcool said not to bother you. Peter Sam told him. I don't mind, said Mr. Victor. It's my job to fix really useful engines. Later that day, Thomas brought Mr. Percival back to the hills. How was your day in charge, Peter Sam? He asked. No bother at all, Peter Sam replied. Do you agree, Victor? I do indeed, Victor answered. It was no bother at all.
And that's the end. Okay, we can say that's an interesting one. So I guess when we have problem, we better say it out, right? They didn't want to bother Victor before. Okay, so that's a long one we did today. So we'll call it a day and say bye to our friends, and we'll continue from there. Show us the front of the book again. So we're reading Thomas and Friends.
Yep,
5-minute story.
Please, the Sleepytime
Collection. Okay. So that next time they can join us. Thank you for joining us. Have a good one. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.